Hey, this is Cale Clark with the Faith Explained Institute, thefaithexplained.com. Taking a little break from our Easter Evidence series to focus on today's feast. Today is the feast day of the evangelist St. Mark, the author of the Gospel of Mark, probably the most important document ever written in the history of humanity, in my humble opinion, because it's about Jesus Christ, the good news about Jesus Christ. And Mark's incipit, which is that first line of the Gospel, is so deceptively simple. We've heard this so many times throughout the years. The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And we hear that and we say, yawn, we've heard this so much. But to the ancient world, this was a huge slap in the face. It would have arrested the attention of everyone in the world, Jew and Gentile alike. Think about it from a Jewish perspective. The beginning of the good news about Jesus Christ. Christ is not Jesus' last name. It means Messiah. The Messiah is here? What? Tell me about this. What about for the Romans? What about for the pagans? The Son of God. That is the important line, because guess what? All the Roman emperors were called Son of God. Caesar was deified, Julius Caesar, and then all the Roman emperors after him pretty much experienced post-mortem deification. They were declared to be living gods after their death, sons of God. So we'll get into that in just a minute. So Mark's gospel has a huge problem, if you will, in the ancient world. In fact, one major commentator says that Mark's gospel is really an apology for the cross. He has to make a defense of this because the most ignominious death in the ancient world is to die on a Roman cross, reserved for the most powerless people that were on the face of the earth. Well, who's the most powerful person? That's again the Roman emperor, clothed in a purple robe. When he's coronated, a laurel wreath is placed on his head, and he is not only considered to be a living Son of God, it's published as good news throughout the empire. Have you heard the good news? Caesar Augustus has ascended to the throne. Things like that. So this is why it's so poignant and so ironic when Jesus is clothed in a purple robe and beaten in Mark chapter 15 and mocked as the King of the Jews. It's a mock coronation ceremony of the Roman emperor. And that's why one of the most important figures of Mark's gospel is the Centurion at the end of the gospel. When he sees how Jesus dies, he says, "This man truly is the Son of God." In other words, not my boss, not the Caesar. He's not the one we should be putting our hope in. It's Jesus of Nazareth. This seemingly powerless person is proved to be the one who is truly powerful and that we can entrust ourselves to. Why? Because he's defeated an enemy that no army, no emperor could ever hope to beat. And that's the power of death and the grave through his powerful resurrection. So Mark's gospel is just an incredible document. The memoirs of St. Peter, as the early church fathers said, written to the city of Rome, written to the world, and it's for you and me today. What an incredible gospel. For more on this, you can go to thefaithexplained.com. I'm Cale Clark.